Yo, hello everyone. Hello, welcome to the weekend live stream for the stocks. Nice to see all of you. So we're gonna dive deeper with the stock market. Of course, we had also a live stream today for the crypto market on the crypto channel, and here we go. We do the same for the stocks. Of course, we're gonna see and prepare for tomorrow for the opening for a new week. Let me welcome all of you. Shafi, nice to see you everywhere, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being active on both channels and every live stream. Thank you, man, for being there. And I appreciate also your support. Everyone hit the likes and, of course, share the stream. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great Sunday. Also, Shafi, thank you, man. PGR progressive for me, please. Okay, we're gonna see PGR as well. Here we go. Let's start with the special request. So we have some already, of course, from the Discord, and many of you asked me for Dow Jones. So as well, we're gonna have this plus a PGR as well. After, of course, our main list, we're gonna see what happens with the indexes and the gold and some main companies here for the US stock. Epsilon, nice to see you also here, man. Thank you for your analysis. How long have you done Elliott Wave? For you, you are so knowledgeable. Yeah, of course. I mean, my story with Elliott Wave starts since long time ago. I already started with my studies for my MBA in 2017. And yeah, I was interested with it during my MBA, and I did also some research based on it for market analysis and so on. Since that time, of course, I was interested in it. I was not like applying it so much into my trading first, but yeah, later on, I started to get much more interested in it and learn it much better. And of course, with all details, fib levels, all the tools that are related to it. And here we go. After, of course, a lot of experience, losses and wins, and of course, yeah, here we go. I'm right now kind of like feeling very comfortable with it. Of course, it needs times, it needs a lot of practice. It's not that easy that someone can learn Elliott Wave just in a few months and I'm gonna be rich, right? So this is not the idea, of course, but it is a very comfortable tool for trading, and yes, you can live from it. Yep, so Epsilon, check the Dow Jones on a micro level. Yes, this is exactly, you are one of them. Also, many comments mentioned the Dow Jones, so we're gonna see. Well, Dow Jones also, just to mention, it is an index as well. It's a very interesting one, which it holds 30 companies, U.S. companies. One of the main companies, such as Apple, is including McDonald's and yeah, many others. Shailesh, hello, man. KG, please, can you chart Disney? Yes, already. You already asked for it, I think, on the Discord. So I already mentioned also in the list. Arcane, nice to see you, buddy. CNC, of course, we're gonna do CNC. As well, we have Shadi Moradi. Hello, buddy. Could you please analyze ARM? Definitely, of course, Shadi. Nov also, yes, we saw this last week, I think. And for Arcane, yeah, you're very welcome spreading your knowledge. Thank you, buddy. Of course, it's a pleasure always. And this is the idea. I mean, guys, at the end, of course, we're not coming every day here to just say, okay, the market is going up or down. We always study the things based on education, right? And we're not just here just predicting the price. We just estimating the probabilities, right, based on a study, based on a theory, based on rules, and of course some guidelines. This is the idea. Hola, how you doing, bearded chemist? How you doing, man? Nice to see you here. Biliak as well, nice to see you, man. I'm curious if NASDAQ opens red. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, yes, probably. Very likely. We're gonna see, of course. We're gonna see. Julio or Julio, Albert. Um, Hello, KG. Nice to watch a new Elliott Wave analysis from you. Thank you, buddy. and it's a pleasure. I learned a lot. That is the point 100%. This is a point behind it. Spread education, guys, and reduce the damage. If it's possible, my special request is for Mara, Mara. Here we go. Yes, sure, buddy. And yes, definitely, of course, spreading knowledge and education is the main point, guys. Well, we know we heard a lot of story about trading. It some of them ends up with really very sad and catastrophes, right? Suicide, families are broken, and so on. Yeah. So this is the idea. This is the idea. Could we possibly look at UNH? Yes, definitely. UNH is there. I believe wave A may have completed. Okay, we're gonna see that. Syed, hi brother, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Um, Tony Sim, can I request a WTI for crude oil? Yes, definitely. We can see the crude oil. All right, Syed, you are absolutely right. Thank you, buddy. Tahiti, hello, man. How are you doing? Nice to see you. You are the best, man. Thank you, buddy. You're very, very welcome. Um, you made us richer since following your channel. Well, it's not me. It's again, it's education, guys. It's good that you choose the educative part and not being just gambling. This is your choice. So, but of course, I'm always glad that it helps. This is a point as well. Very glad to hear it. Hi, KG. Could you please analyze GDX? Okay. We're gonna see what is that GDX. CH, you should introduce a course. Yes, you remind me with this. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm working on that course still. Unfortunately, now I'm facing a little bit some personal I would say personal life, normal things, problems, yeah, to solve. But I'm working on this. Of course, I am, of course, on that course, still working on it, and it's gonna be, yeah, as soon as possible, ready for you guys. Um, the Bearded Chemist, any books you recommend in order to improve on Elliott Wave? Well, it depends on your knowledge, buddy. So if you have already like good knowledge or for the basics and so on, yeah, you can. There is plenty of books. I mean, look, the best way is to go to ChatGPT because the books are spreading every single month. You get a new book, so just ask ChatGPT what is the current and the most new one because also with Elliott Wave rules there is some updates. Yeah, so there are some new rules which even the older books, yeah, they are not really focusing on it yet. So maybe new books also will mention much better new Elliott Wave rules. So better go to ChatGPT, find the best book because there are plenty. Okay, there are plenty, and depends on your knowledge. Are you beginner? Are you intermediate? Are you advanced? And you take it from there. Of course, and each it will tell you which book focuses much more, for example, on the probabilities, much more on the technical stuff like Fibonacci and channeling and so on. So it depends on your focus point, yeah, as well. So that is the thing. There are plenties. Yeah, there are over 100 books. Even on Amazon, you can find some free books that you can listen to it. It's an audible one. For example, I used also to hear some books, but I of course yeah, it's not that I have time for it all the time. Now I'm trying to make my own course for this, and I try, of course, to collect also the new rules from Elliott Wave and all the technical tools, Fibonacci, channeling, indicators, how to of course combine it with Elliott Wave because it's very essential as well, guys. For confirmation. Hi, Kobe. Hello, man. Nice to see you. If we have time, please look for ZEM. Yes, we're gonna take a look at it. And I'm eager to learn more through your course. Definitely, I will make sure and get buddy to finish it as soon as possible. Will do. Okay. Good. Bearded Chemist, you're very welcome. And let's start, guys. Okay, we have our list. If we have more time, um, well, actually, this is the main list, your special request. So I'm gonna put this here. So if we have more time, we gonna have there, and this is your special request. Special requests. Okay, we're gonna start with the main one. Actually, I'm gonna put Dow Jones since it is an index. It is very interesting, right, to take a look. Now, the most important, guys, is of course, NASDAQ. It has 3,000 company. SPX it has 500. Dow Jones it has 30, and that's why I focus much more on NASDAQ and SPX. But still, of course, Dow Jones it has the most. I would say the most main companies of the US stocks. That's why also it's interesting somehow to look at it. So let's start with NASDAQ. With NASDAQ, of course, we have claimed our top here, right? We saw a top. We see a wave one finished, and if we take a look at the daily, we see, of course, that this is the biggest drop since, of course, the start of this impulse toward the upside. It's a very clear signal just by looking at it, of course. We can see, of course, how much long in red it is. It is somehow signaling, of course, a top here and that we're moving toward the downside. Are we bearish? Are we going to take the low? Definitely not. Are we corrective? Yes. Okay, and that because we have already direction for the market. We have 1, 2, 3, wave 4 finished here, and then, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already finished for NASDAQ as here, of course, an impulse. Wave 5 also we follow it so much. If you remember, we start to estimate several ending diagonals formations until we got, of course, which one is exactly, and we claimed the top exactly on that day before dropping down, right? And here we go, we are moving down. The next target, of course, is our wave 2 here after a wave 1, which is required around the 0.38 minimum target for a wave 2, and we're looking around the 20k 565. Now, based on the timing, don't forget it's a rate cut September, right? And this is our only hope here that, of course, we might start to unfold something toward the upside because, of course, the market has recovered this downtrend during the trade wars, right? This was the first round of the trade war, and now we see, of course, a second round somehow, plus some geopolitical tension. But of course, the main thing here is the rate cut. Of course, what we are looking for is that interest. It needs to relieve the market. It cannot really sustain to move toward the upside without a relief a little bit to let the market breathe, right? If there is no air, meaning money flow, right? Because with high interest, the money has much more profit just staying in banks, right? I mean, just take it as simple as it is, right? Like 4.5 interest having on your dollars inside the bank will simply, of course, choke the economy because no one will invest. Everyone will just prefer the profit without any kind of risk, right? Risking it meaning putting money in the market and investing while taking risk, while you take your profit simply in the bank by interest, right? So this is the idea, and we need, of course, some air for the market to breathe. Now, as we know, the Fed, of course, said, of course, until September, and of course, he mentioned that it's not necessarily, but that would be horrible. If he doesn't, it will be horrible. Yes, it's gonna be a recession. After this, that would be, of course, sorry to say, but it's a stupid decision if he does this, right? Because it's gonna simply take the low. Okay, so there is no playing around with this. You need, of course, to give some oxygen for the market. All right, we need some rate cut, which are expected. Okay, in September, let it be ABC wave 2, and then of course we start to move toward the upside. Now, in the micro level, right? In the micro level, it's of course very impulsive toward the downside. If you remember in the last video, be careful from a wave B, okay, that it might be fast, maybe. Why? Because I see here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave A can be. Wave B, right? And then very fast wave C toward the downside. Meaning, if this is an ABC very fast, and that because, of course, of the very shallow wave B here, as you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave A, wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, you're still looking for a wave 4 and a 5. Okay, so basically we are potentially, whether we are finishing a wave 1, not finished yet because you still, of course, to see lower prices. In case, of course, you are 1, 2, and then, yeah, I mean, let's move even inside it to see the impulse 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. This is your wave 1. Wave 2, very shallow. This is much more looking like an ABC, guys. All right. So let's add this scenario and keep it in mind as well. Okay. So both are not finished yet. The wave 1 to be finished, what does it mean? It means, okay, let's say this is a wave 2, very, very shallow, fear, FOMO, whatever. Okay, it's fine. And then you're looking for a wave 3, you need a 4 and a 5. Okay, so you need a wave 4 to range much longer than this. All right. The wave A, as we have it here exactly as ABC here, this scenario might be, of course, one more leg. We have to estimate it. We have to keep it in mind. All right. We have to keep it in mind. And in case, of course, we see 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, it can be, of course, sorry, not like that. It should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It can be as well at the same time wave A. Okay. So yeah, the things are can be here also, like you can call this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 also for a wave 3, 4, and a 5 as I mentioned here. It can be, but even I'm not yet convinced just because of this very shallow wave here. Okay. But still can be in both case scenarios. Okay, in both case scenarios, whether A, B, and a C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you're still looking for lower. You're gonna get, of course, one more leg towards the downside, and we take it from there. The correction there, if it is related to this one, therefore wave 5 longer. Okay, this is your wave 3 here. This is your wave 5 unfolding. All right. So that means you have to consider this is 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. So this is a fractal concept of Elliott wave. So that's why you have to always be secure first and start to think, what is the priority? Okay. The priority is, of course, here 1-to-1 fib level ABC first. Okay. To think about it is 1-to-1 fib level. And here we go. As you can see, wave 5, that it might finish or a wave C. Yeah, so in case it is an impulse, so because you can also doubt in it that, okay, it looks like ABC, but also you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Which it can be, of course, a wave A or a wave 1. But the answer that you get it is, of course, in the correction. If you get a very longer correction and a higher prices, well, definitely this is a wave 2. But if you get a small correction and just hitting like 0.23 and moving down, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so this is how we're gonna intercept it for the next week, right? So we have to keep it in mind anyway. And wave 2 here, I'm expecting it, of course, that it should hit at least the 0.38. Okay, after finishing 1, 2. So this one, yeah, I would say it's early to call this. I need to have a bottom. I don't want to confuse you here with the blue box. Okay, so I'm still looking for lower, at least 1-to-1 fib level. If overshooting, by the way, this is another signal. If overshooting, therefore, okay, that is a better signal. 1, 2, wave 3. Okay, 4 and a 5. Yep. So this is a thing. We need some signals. We need more data. But what I know that, of course, definitely we're going to open in red. This was one of the questions. So here we go. Yes, we're going to open in red. We need this. And we take it from there. If shallow wave 4, okay, that is wave 5. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If very strong wave correction, it might be your wave 2. Okay, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, after this low. If overshooting, definitely this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so this is how we gonna intercept it. Great. So yeah, we open in red, guys. Definitely, we open in red. For SPX, we are looking. By the way, let's go to US 500 from now on. We should use this one from now on. So on the 1 hour chart, now for SPX 500, we see a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, very clear. Wave 3 and wave 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 not finished yet, and it is finishing, of course, as an ending diagonal, meaning wave 1, wave A not finished, wave 5 not finished. Okay, even not yet ready for wave 2. I'm not gonna confuse you again with this. So I'm still expecting here at least a diagonal or one more high. Why? Because this wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, and I'm still seeing something corrective, or I would say like a kind of like an ending diagonal unfolding there. So yeah, probably we're gonna see or one more low simply. So it can be, but much likely that it might be, of course, in there. Here we go. You see 3 waves. This is what I'm talking about. 3 waves. ABC, 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 ABC. Right. So yeah, we need, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. One more low. Here we go. And wave 8, wave 1, wave 5. Okay. So yes, also for SPX, we might see, of course, one more low to finish up. And then we decide, of course, is it a wave 2 that is going to unfold, or is going to be something deeper? So don't forget as well, the same scenario applies. But the difference here, as you can see, we are at the 1-to-1 fib level, which is question mark. It's a question mark. If you have here 1-to-1 fib level, it looks like ABC so far. Yeah, so we have to keep it in mind. If ABC, does it mean that we are bullish? We're gonna retrace toward the upside? Definitely not. I'm gonna explain what it might be the scenario, by the way, for NASDAQ and for SPX. What does it mean in ABC is that you might simply have, if it's 3 ways you finish, you might have 3 ways up, and then of course a continuation for lower, at least as regular flat, finishing big 3 waves here, and then of course another 3 waves, and simply of course another impulse toward the downside to finish this wave 4 or wave 2. The same applies for NASDAQ. It doesn't mean that you're moving toward the upside. It means anyway, because you're gonna need a lot of time, and it has already passed the halfway, by the way. If you have realized, from the top to the minimum requirement, it has passed the 50%. So definitely you're gonna need a time here to still, of course, range. We're not, of course, move directly toward the downside just like that, but it might need some times here, guys, somehow like this. And this is, of course, simply the start. Even if it is 3 waves as an ABC, it doesn't mean that we are corrective and we're moving directly toward the upside. Yeah, so this is the idea. Wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. This might be very deep. Yes, 4 and a 5. Here we go. Yep, so we're gonna see, guys, how this is going to unfold. Wave C might finish somewhere here. And as you can see, wave C, for example, if we get like regular flat or something, it might not reach the target, even the time. And if that happen, okay, that means, of course, the correction still need the time and still need the target. And here we go, right? Yeah, but we're gonna see step by step. Of course, if we overshoot this on Monday on the opening, okay, 1, 2, 3 still unfolding fractally, meaning 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 for a big wave 3. I hope you understand how it unfolds fractal. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently, it can be considered wave 3. You have your wave 4 and you have your wave 5. But if the wave 5 becomes very deep, it becomes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 and a 5. Okay? fractal. So it start, of course, to show much more potential for lower prices. Yep. Basically, opening in red in both case scenarios. I'm still looking to finish at least the diagonal. And if we see a drop below this diagonal, okay, definitely wave 3 is unholding still. And this is a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a signal, guys. If we overshoot, yes, we're moving even much more deeper. Right, so let's see there. Mohammed. Hi, KG. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the weekend. Thank you for the updates. I would like to see your view on silver. Okay, if we have, of course, more time. XAGUSD, definitely. I'm gonna try my best to get it. What is chat? Okay. Yes, William. William, nice to see you, man. What's up? What's up? Check out CRWD if you have time, of course. Thank you, brother. Sure, we're gonna see CRWD. And Tahiti, we're really looking forward to your book or course when it's released. If pre-orders are available, the way you break down complex ideas into something clear and easy to understand is exceptional. Thank you very much, Tahiti. That now you make me blush. Thank you very much, man. And yeah, I appreciate really your kind words and your support. It really motivates me to move on with the channels and with this path. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's apart from my education that I did, of course, in my life as investing, market analysis, everything related to it, and so on. But it was not my primary, as it is shifting right now. Yeah, so I'm basically an architect. I also, of course, studied architecture, and yeah, that was my main job. But yeah, I was trading at the same time, and now it became my primary. Somehow, it started to be my primary job as, of course, market analysis and trading. Knowing that, of course, I had a big portfolio and experience as architecture as well, guys. More than 20 years almost. Biliak, double 1-2s. Yeah, but too early, yes. But can be. Very nice idea. Can be double 1-2, but a little bit too early. I prefer to see something much more impulsive first before calling directly double 1-2. And double 1-2 is a little bit too bearish. Too much bearish, but yeah, it can be. Fred Hamster, nice to see you, man. Hi, bro. What do I get from your silver Patreon membership? Don't really understand the difference between silver and gold. Cheers, mate, and thanks for the content. All right, Fred, a nice question. So for the silver, basically it is based on the monthly membership for Discord, while the gold is, of course, a lifetime, and you get, of course, KGT indicator, which I developed by myself, of course. By the way, I do development, guys. It's just for fun. Yeah, I learned this also for fun. I developed some games before and so on, but now also I put this effort as well in some indicators. For example, also this indicator for the RSI, where it catch some signals as well. You can you see here with the pine, you can also have some kind of like scripts, so you can have the signals, for example, for the RSI without looking so much hard, and to get the divergence and the convergence for the bullish and the bearish, for example. So with this gold membership, you get, of course, this indicator, but it is based only on crypto, and this is the indicator, yeah? Where you get some signals for, of course, selling and buys signal. And as you can see, yeah, it gives almost very accurate one, but of course you have to merge with it convergence and divergence with the price action as well. Yep. So we're gonna, yeah, well, you get this indicator, and it's a lifetime, of course, membership. This is the difference. And if you ask also for the difference between the membership and on YouTube and Patreon, well, on YouTube the only difference is simply the price on YouTube, because YouTube takes a higher percentage than Patreon. So better for you if you are good with Patreon and it is available for your country. Therefore, use Patreon, of course, is better for you. Yeah, Biliak. I mean, if US launches a rocket, okay. I mean, if Russia launches an attack at okay, yeah, we don't want to go so much into politics and geopolitical tensions. Yes, there is a lot of tensions, and this might affect the market, but we cannot depend on it. Yeah, so this is the thing, Biliak. So try to keep this a little bit out of your mind, because it might affect your trades. Fundamentals and tensions might affect your trades, guys. And try just to read the price. Try to read the chart, what the chart says. Okay, let's do what it says. It says bearish, then bearish. Okay, so very simple. If it says bullish, then bullish, of course. Whether there is 100 nuclear weapon in the sky. Hopefully never. Hopefully not, guys. Peace for everywhere. Camel Blue, High KG would be in NASDAQ in wave 4, same like S&P. Yes, Ken, yes, this is exactly what we just did. I think you missed it, but yes, we can be in wave 4, we can be in a wave B. In both case scenarios, we're still looking for lower. Okay, that was for NASDAQ and SPX. Let's move, of course, for the gold, or for Dow Jones. Dow Jones first. I don't know how to spell it, Dow or Dow. But yeah, we're gonna see SPX. I think Dow Jones. I remember from my MBA also, Dow Jones. All right, so Dow Jones, basically, it's a small index in relation of NASDAQ, I would say. But very interesting one, because it holds 30 main companies of the US stock market again. So Dow Jones 30. Here we go. I already checked the one, and I have this one because I checked the all-time history. It is the biggest all-time history that we have on which platform was it? So sorry, let me check again. Dow Jones. You need always the most biggest history, guys. On yeah, this one, index CFD-DG. Okay, Dow Jones. But because the other, they don't have the full history. All right, just to let you know why I choose this one. They don't have this part, which is the most important actually. They started from there. Now it can be, of course, this can be something impulsive, but yeah, it's hard a little bit to see it as an impulse, because it looks like three waves. But what I have in mind here is, of course, a leading diagonal wave 1, A, B, and a C toward the downside, 1, 2. Okay, and then explosion toward the upside. But we cannot ignore it. Yeah, it has started from there. You didn't took the low. If the low was taken here, I would say, okay, new psychology found here, and then we move toward the upside in the 90s 20 or something. But yeah, we have to keep this there as 1, 2, 3. Yeah, knowing that it is very old history here, we're talking about the 1900, but still, of course, very interesting. All right, it's very interesting. It affects even the highs. All right, so let's see what's gonna be there. So we have, of course, here definitely you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, we're gonna dive deeper. I think this wave 5 is extended, all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes. So we have kind of like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. So brackets blue, and we have already a large 1, 2 here. I'm gonna consider this as a 1, 2 here, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. This is your main one. Okay, so what we are looking at here is, of course, this is still very far, but we are looking first to finish the blue scenario. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, obviously. And this wave 4 the expanding flat here, ABC, is reflecting perfectly with this wave 2, which is in time perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. So what we are into right now is simply the wave 5 in the blue scenario. So let's dive inside it. And you need to go to the monthly to see the full history for Dow Jones, because it's a very, very old one and very interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your 1, 2 here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. 3, 4, obviously. And wave 5 not finished yet. So this is gonna be the, yes, let's put it in white. And inside this wave 5 right now, we are looking at the following. Let's move weekly inside it. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, wave 4 interfering. Okay, this has turned corrective here. A, B, and a C, ending diagonal. Look why. Here, if you are in a wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 interfered with the zone 1. No impulse. It has transformed to ABC. And when you have ABC, meaning, of course, still bullish, but in an ending diagonal, which is very understandable for a wave 5. And this is the gray scenario, meaning wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're very close, of course, for a wave 5. So currently, you are in a wave 5 of a diagonal. You have a zigzag wave 1. And if you start with zigzag, all of them should be zigzag, right? So ABC wave 1, ABC wave 2, AB and a C wave 3, ABC wave 4, and currently you're looking for AB and a C wave 5. Let's see this wave 5 as an ABC if it is working. Yes. So basically, an ABC should be an impulse correction impulse. We are looking here at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You saw already finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finished wave A. You're looking for a wave B and a wave C. Now, the wave B, I believe this, we need to check it much more, even deeper. But definitely here you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I believe it is a finished wave 5. I need to check only now this block. Is it a correction here, wave B, and you move up? Or this is a part of your impulse as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's move inside it. Or maybe it is a wave 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, let's move inside it. On the 4 hours chart here, we can see clearly, of course, you have started as a leading diagonal, wave 1, wave 2. You move 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 1 second. Yes, this is your low. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Wave 3, ABC, wave 4. Yeah, still looking 5 waves. Still looking 3 waves, sorry. On the 1 hour chart, yes, definitely. This is corrective. So the whole thing here is a part of a correction. I cannot take it, meaning wave 5 not finished. Okay, and that means you are in a 1, 2, 3, ABC wave 4, wave 5. That is very interesting. Yes, very interesting, because you didn't got invalidation yet. Invalidation of bullish. Here we go. So if you take this price here, that means, of course, this bullish scenario might turn into something corrective. Okay, what is the correction? If you dive deeper, it might turn into 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yep. And if that happens, we have to consider or reconsider our counting here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Finished wave 4, wave 5 there. This is your deep correction as a wave B, and that means an A, B, and a C. Remember, we are looking after, of course, a zigzag, right? So the answer is not given clearer yet, whether the A is finished over there You got your B, which it should be, if you remember, wave B should be fast normally. And then, of course, moving towards the upside. And here you might be finishing, if, of course, you invalidate the impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you might be finishing as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning A, B, and a C, which in a bigger view is going to finish your ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. However, I'm expecting higher, of course. This is a very shallow wave 5. If we want to get much more insights and much more indications, what we can follow is the fib level. And those are the most helpful tools that you might have for Elliott wave. You would like to finish wave 5 inside this blue box in any form, A, B, and a C. Therefore, yeah, I'm expecting, honestly, it's a finished wave A. I have the feeling that this might be a finished wave A, and then, of course, wave B, wave C, because it's much more logical from the out of the box. Now, internally, this is my problem here, that it has finished 3 waves, showing a very clear expanding flat. And if we take the fibs, wave C, expanding flat, yeah, perfect target. One more low anyway, because this is 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 has to range, and one more wave 5. If you have realized, the wave 5 might invalidate. Very interesting. If we get invalidation, we have to take it as a wave B, guys. We have to take it as a wave B. There is no other option. Otherwise, what I suggest, even another scenario that I was just thinking about, what if it is a running flat, A, B, and a C, running flat wave 4, and then moving 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And as you can see, the fib level, it helped a lot, of course, to figure it out the pattern, right? And if this happens, it might be, of course, a wave B here. It might be finished or not. It can have another 3 waves and another move towards the downside, WX and a Y, or bigger A, B, and a C here as regular flat, and then moving up, of course, for this wave C as a zigzag for the blue box. Yep. So this is my expectations. Let's watch this invalidation. The invalidation is going to give you, of course, exactly what's going to happen. What I'm expecting on the lower time frame is one more low, definitely. Okay, definitely, because you have here a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even it's a very, very long one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wave 3, wave 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so yes, invalidation is going to be taken, and this is your wave B. All right, this is how it's going to play. Okay, target for Dow Jones for the next price action after finishing this red pass for NASDAQ, SPX, and Dow Jones. We're expecting for higher, of course. Yep. And in this case, you're going to finish a wave 5. Wave 5 also in the blue scenario. If you go monthly, you're going to finish the whole move here toward the upside, finishing with it, yeah, probably here, a wave 5, yes. Finishing with it a big, large wave 3, then having a large wave 4 and large wave 5. Of course, this might be extended until infinity, guys. Okay, so this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be very high. Of course, you have to watch a new 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for the next future. Yep. So this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, for Dow Jones, still looking as well for lower internally. Okay. All right. Let's see the gold. The gold is very interesting for tomorrow. We have already tackled the price, I would say, with this massive move. My second very successful trade for the gold, guys. I told you I started to trade it just because of you. You made me, of course, much more excited for it, and yeah, to follow it much more. So we were looking for this corrective triangle, A, B, C, D, E. And obviously, as we mentioned, since the last week I was still repeating and repeating because this is exactly the key level, 3,245. If the price is gonna range still above this level, definitely we're still looking for higher. Why? Because if you are corrective or if you are bullish, you're looking for higher. How? If we are corrective, we did not reach the requirements. First, in time, this is the minimum time. Okay, we reached the minimum time, but you didn't reach the target, the price, the fib level, which is much more important than the time. So this has to be hit. The 3000 has to be taken. It's very psychological, and it is very based on this wave 2 here. All right, so we have a big wave 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 still need to be taken, of course, at 0.23 before we move toward the upside. Meaning, higher possibility here is that we're moving correctively toward the upside. But how? Meaning, if this is a triangle and you start a big correction that it still need to have, of course, a correction in this area until we hit this zone. If you start with a triangle, you have two options. Whether it is a wave A and a AB and a C, or you are in a W, X, and a Y, which is much more likely. Because it's very rare to get a wave A as a triangle. Very likely to get triangle as a W. And of course, there is difference. If you are in W, X, and a Y, we are looking for three ways toward the upside. Of course, not a triangle again, because once you get a triangle, okay, you start to get flats or zigzags, and much more likely zigzag for the X. Okay, and that's why you start with an impulse, correction, impulse. Now you see, yes, we're gonna get even new highs. Definitely we're gonna get new highs, and we're gonna see, of course, higher prices, and then we're gonna see, of course, another three waves toward the downside, which is definitely needs to be a zigzag, because without it you cannot reach this price. Big W, X, and a Y, and then explosion towards the 4K for the gold. Yep, so very, very interesting for the gold. Now, what are the potential to move directly toward the upside 4K? Well, yeah, it's hard to say it without the level. Without the levels like 0.23, it's hard to say it. Let me check the linear by the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, but on the linear, we're very close, I would say. Yeah, on the linear chart, we're very close for the fib level. So yes, there is a potential, I would say. But how much? Of course, probabilities, guys. I would say 65% we are in an X and a Y, and 35% we might be in bullish towards the 4K. Now, how the probabilities is going to play more or less later on. So because the highest probability is a zigzag, meaning I'm gonna be, of course, right now looking for higher until I finish a zigzag at the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. At this level, with the 1-to-1 fib, I'm gonna test. If we overshoot decisively, okay, it's bullish. We're moving in 1, 2, wave 3 might unfold 4 and a 5 above 4K for the gold. That's it. This is the plan, guys, for the next weeks. Right? So this is the priorities in scenarios again. And once we overshoot the 1-to-1 fib level, of course, the probabilities are going 65% for the 4K as bullish, and then 35% for a wave X. But at this price, at 1-to-1 fib level, it's gonna directly switch for bullish. Camel Blue could be NASDAQ in wave 4. I already answered, yes. And Fred, thanks for the explanation. Okay. So your membership is one payment. Yes, you mean if you mean the lifetime, yes, it's one payment. You can just simply pay it once, and you're in our Discord, and of course you directly go to free. There is an option in Patreon. You swift to free after it. Yes, this is how it works. Okay. All right, guys, that was regarding the gold. So now what I'm looking for the gold as a target is very, I would say, is very, how to say it? I'm sorry, in English, it's not clear. Okay, it's not clear. It would be clearer once we finish this impulse. Okay, and of course the wave B, because I'm looking for a zigzag. We don't know how much this impulse is gonna be impulsive. This is a problem. We can know it only through the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the micro level. On the micro level, we are currently in 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave 3. I'm expecting, of course, on the Monday, let me check even the 15, yes. So the wave 5 is very close even to finish, almost finished even. And I'm expecting wave 4. So Monday we might open a little bit in red for the gold, for a wave 4 here in the white. Unless, of course, we see extended still wave. Maybe it's going to be like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then continuation fractally. Okay, so be careful. So be careful by pressing that red button right now. Yeah, so the direction is toward the upside since you are impulsive currently. But we're not saying that, okay, we don't see corrections. Okay, so this is the thing. But of course, you want to be with the trend, right? So this is the thing. Yep, so basically, if this is a wave 4 here as kind of like triangle, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would say yes, this might be the wave 4 unfolding on Monday and then moving towards the upside for a wave 5. So the next target is kind of like clearer. Of course, it can be adjusted based on the high here that we get on Monday, but yes, 3,400 might be, of course, a target for a wave 5. Great. That was for the gold, guys. Alrighty. So let's move for Nvidia. Let's start, of course, to move a little bit faster so we can start with a special request as well. So let's see Nvidia. So for Nvidia, we saw, of course, a drop down lately, and I'm still looking, of course, for lower. Now, Nvidia looks already impulsive with this move and expected actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously, this is a corrective wave, 3 waves, and 3 waves down, probably finish, and you continue for something maybe higher for wave 2, or be careful from a finished wave 2 or a wave B, yeah, because this is very close already to the target. Okay, so yeah, be careful with the stocks. Of course, the things are a little bit shaky. It's still, of course, very aggressive. It might open aggressive, of course, towards the downside as well. So yeah, let me put logarithmic here. So the target in a bigger view for Nvidia, we're looking, of course, for this wave 4 because we have topped here for wave 3, of course, and we're looking for wave 4 in the blue scenario, which it might be, of course, between the 0.23, the most common target as ABC, 157. Obviously, because of the gap on the daily here, yes, it is an impulse toward the downside, okay? So be careful with Nvidia as well. All right, Palantir. Okay, for Palantir, let's see also. Palantir was still showing a little bit strength actually, but let's see. Okay, the target has been hit. Now, what is the strength that Palantir is showing is, of course, a very shallow regular flat. So we didn't saw any impulsive wave towards the downside, which is a strength here, showing kind of like a regular flat ABC and, of course, a rebound even. Yeah, it might be, of course, even bigger correction later on. It expands maybe sideways. But what I'm looking in a bigger view also for Palantir here is something, of course, for lower. Let me check because we finished, of course, wave 3. Yeah, I'm looking also for wave 4. So I'm looking for the 127. despite that this strength right now, I'm not sure how it's gonna unfold. Maybe one more high or expanding flat, and then of course moving somehow like this. Yeah, but showing strength, but corrective. But I feel like, okay, this might be a trap, like expanding flat, wave A, then wave B, then wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it might be expanding flat, and then of course flashing, of course, like everything here. Yeah. So yeah, be careful with it as well. I'm still looking for lower at the end. The structure is finished in the top, and we're still looking for the target. Let's see Apple at 1 hour 05 30 second. For Apple, okay, finally we got a kind of like a clearer signal for Apple here, and it looks like it's very, very, very weak. Okay, even the wave 5 was not taken. The zone 1, that is a truncation here. What does it mean, truncation? We have to take it finalized there. After your wave 3 here, you got a wave 4. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 kind of like truncated. It's done, guys. Truncation is a signal of weakness, which was already very, very clear. Okay? And you move down. It's a finished ABC here. It's done. It's done. ABC. We were looking for higher target for a bit, but the weakness is huge here for Apple. Be careful with Apple. It might be very deep. It might continue to this blue box as expected. Okay. Why? On the 4 hours chart here, you are looking at an ABC wave W here, X and a Y potentially, or it can be simply ABC down, but I prefer, of course, WX and a Y. 3 waves, so 3 waves down. You're looking now at a finished 3 waves up, very weak signal, and you move impulsively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next target for Apple might be, of course, 157. 1-to-1 fib level in confluence, taken from the A to the B to the C. Let me update. Let me check. No. Let me update this better. And this, let me put it in smaller for the presentation. And we don't have 1, 2. This one I'm gonna delete. We don't need it. We don't need this. We don't need this. Neither this. Here we go. This is cleaner. This is nicer. Okay, we hit the target. We don't need it anymore. All right. Yes. Okay, so WX and Y is the main scenario. 1, 2 here. No, I'm gonna delete this. Obviously, this wave is very longer. There is no 1, 2. So we are looking here at the WX and Y as I mentioned. This is your W, your X. Yes, this was the thing. Yes. Okay, now I understand why I had the 1-to-1 fib level there. Here we go. Zigzag. I'm gonna explain, guys. Yes, it's back. That's true. So what you have here is a W, you have the X, and it might, of course, unfold another wave Y as a zigzag. This is in priority, of course, and I'm looking for the 161. Of course, it can be an extended wave. C hitting exactly the target in confluence, of course, with this expanding flat here can be expanding flat taken, of course, from this big ABC, guys. A, B, and a C might turn into running flat, but in this case, I prefer to turn it into big W, X, and a Ys. I'm going to explain. W, X, and a Y. This is the biggest one. I'm going to put this in blue. This, I'm going to put it in brackets. Magenta. Here we go. Why? Because if this is a wave Y here, in W, X, and a Y, of course, you might even reach inside this area, the uncommon target. But if you get, of course, you want to get an expanding flat, wave C here, 1 second, here we go. You will see it exactly in this blue box. However, if this is gonna be the case, and this is gonna transform to kind of like something expanding flat, that's why I'm keeping it there, because this wave C might be a little bit tricky. If it gets kind of like this, you can consider all of it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's why I'm keeping the expanding flat. But because, of course, the wave Y, again, to explain, wave Y is, of course, can be lower. It can be extended to the 1.618 even here. 1.618, what are that? Okay, we don't have it. All right. It can be extended to there to take the low, but I still prefer the expanding flat because it is much more likely as 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and because this is kind of like a zigzag 3 waves, I'm looking for a diagonal. During the move of this wave toward the downside, you might see this. And it might sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this might be, of course, a zigzag impulse, correction impulse. Thinking of it, of course, it might be W, X, and Y finishing in 3 waves. But at the same time, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal, finishing in zigzags, of course, and yeah, finishing inside this area. In common, much more likely, okay? And of course, it's not gonna take the low because only an expanding flat can turn into a running flat. Meaning, you need, of course, the 3 waves to take the high. Otherwise, you cannot finish a running flat, which is a reversal for the market. Okay? So I'm still expecting by any shape here, whether a wave Y or whether an ending diagonal, I'm still expecting this blue box in both case scenarios. But preferably to have ending diagonal. Why? Because 5 waves fails to take the low, reversal for the market, and also it's better to finish a nice structure with 5 waves. Ending diagonal, meaning it's the end of the structure, which is a better signal, right? That we move towards the upside. Great. So Apple, yeah, Apple is gonna shake a little bit, guys. Be careful with it. Let's see Tesla. Tesla. So for Tesla, yeah, we were still, of course, inside this triangle. Now this triangle is start to get shaky. Again, be careful. So we have here a potential, of course, expanded diagonal, triangle so far, can be, but yeah, we have to be careful. We're very, very close to invalidation of triangle. We were estimating if we are in 1-2 and the things has started, of course, to drop down for all the stocks here. And that means you have to be careful from this invalidation of triangle. Okay. With this invalidation of triangle, meaning if the wave E interfere with the zone C here as A, B, C, D, and a E, it's not allowed. It's gonna move down. And yeah, of course, this is a second invalidation, of course, for the triangle. But yeah, definitely this is a big weakness. Okay. Yeah, we might not see the only bullish scenario that we have for Tesla here, okay, which is the following. We are looking here in the bigger overview. We have an A, B, and a C finished, or a 1, 2, and then 3. You're looking for a wave 4 here. If this is your wave 4, you're looking for a wave 5 at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All in zigzag, meaning you would like to finish wave 5 in a zigzag. The same applies for a wave A, because you have 3 waves here, wave A, you have 3 waves down, wave B, you're looking for a wave C to finish up in 5 waves. If this does not happen, of course, this might turn into a big correction, meaning you're moving whether in a triangle, meaning dropping down, in a zigzag 1-to-1 fib level, A, B, and a C, big triangle, A, B, C, D, and an E, and then moving towards the upside. This is the next scenario, of course. Next possible scenario. If you fail the triangle, you're gonna take the low here, and by taking the low, you're gonna see a zigzag. 161. Still ranging in a triangle, moving toward the upside. If you break the 1-to-1, that is catastrophic. Worst case scenario turns into, of course, W, X, and a wave Y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $70 and $50. So you have to be very careful with Tesla, of course, but level by level. But this is your worst case scenario. Of course, there is a scenario first. You break this channel. Once you break it, you will take the low. Once you take the low, you will reach the 161 in a triangle, zigzag ABC. Then okay, we continue for higher. All right, that is for today. Let's see Disney. 15. Okay, Disney. This one, Walt Disney. Okay, all-time history. Okay, nice. All right. So obviously it is. Sorry. Obviously it is a 1, 2. Okay, not finished. 4 and a 5. Not finished. So what do you have here? This, of course, can be your wave 3 there. So you might have a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 definitely here. Brackets blue, okay. And you have here inside the wave 3, obviously you have 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5, right? Okay, let's put this for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let me recheck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 extended. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, that's true. White. Okay. And internally you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 extended wave 5. Here we go. Okay, so this is the count for this part. Everything is fine. Checked. ABC, obviously expanding flat. You have another 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, not finished. 5, wave 3. Here we go. So you have, let's put this in white. You have a wave 1, 2 here, and wave 3. Because your wave 3 is 1, 2, 3, expanding flat ABC, wave 4, and a 5. Okay. Wave 3, wave 4. This wave 4 is based on wave 2, okay? Here. This is an impulse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, yes. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Do we have double 1, 2? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yes. Not finished. Not finished wave 4. And that means even this is going to extend a little bit in time until we reach there. So meaning wave 4 not finished because you have a very double 1, 2 impulse there. And as a wave 4, but I believe you reached already the targets. I mean, the fib levels. Yep, here we go. And based on time, let's check. Okay, yes, we reached even the time. Okay, to be rechecked internally. Okay, I'm not yet convinced, of course. So maybe we have bottomed. So let's put this daily. Okay, let's move inside it. Let's move for our chart. Oh, even so big. Okay. Daily then. Where is your low? Your most low is there. Here we go. 1, ABC wave 2. It means you bottomed after the 1-to-1 fib time. Okay, which is acceptable. Okay, but if we bottomed here, As we mentioned, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave. 1, 2 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So it's a great impulse. And the fives, yes, are a great also impulses and ending diagonal. Yes. Okay, guys, it's a great impulse unless W, X, and a Y, which I'm not convinced. I'm more convinced in a, of course, an impulse here. Therefore, yeah, I know that it might be topped, it might be bottomed, but I'm not convinced as well. Okay, so because it is impulsive, I'm expecting A, B, and a C. Now the wave C, because of that, what it might be the next price action, because you went very fast down, you hit the second fib level, not just the first. You hit the time. It might be a very annoying wave C, very just moving in time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I'm expecting, guys. Or it can be simply meaning the zigzag here that we are talking is 0.618, and that's why I always have this possibility for a zigzag at 0.618. Here we go. Yes, I'm expecting this target for this price action, guys. Shallow wave C, okay? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitting the 69, probably, and then moving towards the upside. Let me check the linear. The linear is very deep even. Okay, another scenario can be simply ranging, guys. Simply ranging, okay? But finishing 5 waves in ending diagonal, I believe. Signals that you move for higher is simply taking the high. I'm gonna be yes, simply taking the high. If you take the high, which is very close, and it's a good signal, right? Confirmation for higher. If you move down and you come back, taking the high, okay, it's simply bullish. All right. But just because of the impulse here, very clear impulse, I'm expecting ABC. But if we take the high, it might transform to W, X, and a Y. Zigzags. Somehow like this, it can be like this. Okay? Double zigzag. Yep, so that is for Disney. But very clear signal, yeah? I mean, simply if you continue higher, simply it's, yes, moving for higher. The targets, you are in a wave 5, looking here for a wave 5. So the targets might be this blue box. Here we go. 376. Okay, William, looks like a flat off the low for a wave B, for a B wave, and head lower on Disney. Yes, yes, exactly. This is what I mean. Yes, a flat for a wave B. This one. Actually, it says zigzag, not flat, because you have impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then have a flat here, or another zigzag for wave B, and another wave C, meaning A, B, and a C. But also at the same time, you can read it 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's why I'm saying if you take the high, it's a confirmation you continue the impulse. Yep, exactly, buddy. Okay, that was regarding Disney. Let's see this one, which is very bad one, but yeah, it's requested by Patel, I think, in our Discord channel, and I mentioned that it will be analyzed. What was it? SharpLink, SharpLink. Okay, SharpLink Gaming, right? Yeah, so it's a very horrible chart. Okay, it's a very untrusted stocks here. Obviously, we're moving down unless they find psychology or something there. They should work on themselves, of course. Everything is very corrective. So if we want to analyze here, in case that you are, of course, still looking for a psychology here, but this is a very risky thing that you can do. So let's move inside it. If you are on the daily, you see, of course, potentially that you might be in an impulse towards the upside here on the 4 hours chart. Okay, after the low there, which is there, you have a 1, A, B, C for a wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish wave 3, meaning you are in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, the wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Invalidation. If you take this price, it's gone, man. Yeah, it's just get out or never think about it. Invalidation of bullish. Here we go. 14.27. Okay, if you take this, okay, you're moving back to the low. The trend continues toward the downside. All right, trade safe. PGR 1 hour 26. Okay, PGR Progressive Corporation. Okay, all-time history. Okay, good one. All right, let's check the hold. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the noise, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, obviously. Okay, big 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We're gonna check if it's finished or not. Ay, ay, ay. Always crazy city. Okay, so okay. So we have here an A. Potentially, this is an ABC, guys. Okay, why? Because of the very fast shallow wave B again. So this wave B is repeating so much often with us, right? Recently. Yep. So this is round blue. So this is your main scenario here. Might be, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no need to enter in this. Obviously, this is wave 4 sideways. Obviously, this is your wave 2 replying to each other's finished impulse, and you have the deepest wave B here, and very fast. And you're moving in A, B, and a C. The wave C is a 1, 2, 3. Of course, not finished yet. You're still looking for higher. And that means this wave 3 right now. Let's check the wave 3. So let's move to the weekly. Okay, inside this wave, we are looking here at 1, 2, double 1, 2. Okay, I need to take it in different perspective here. This is your wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, this is our main wave 3, meaning this is the most impulsive wave in this whole move. And therefore, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in the white. Let me check. Yes, it's kind of an ending diagonal here. Yes. Wave 5, ending diagonal. And you have, of course, another 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. This is the yellow. All right. Yes, you might be finished. Let's check now on the daily for this final wave 5. Already finished there. So you have, yes, 1, 2, 3, wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And great. Wait a second. Oh, it's an expanding flat. Wave 5. Yep. Interesting. Yep. So this is the thing. Yes, you have topped for a wave 5 here for hours chart. Very corrective. ABC finished potentially. A, B, and a C. We're gonna see if finished or not yet. So 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, very likely. You took the low already. So be ready to move potentially for higher here. But this, let's go back a little bit to see what it has finished. So in that case, you have finished, okay, you finish your wave 3 in the orange. You're looking for wave 4 in the orange. Okay, definitely you didn't finish a correction here. It's a big, big correction unfolding probably for the next price. So you're looking for this area. And based on the time, it's gonna need some time. Okay, it's gonna need some time. Wave 4. And you're gonna need, of course, this blue box. Here we go. Wave 4. So you need to see, of course, this fib level taken. 133 can be. Now, this is logarithmic, linear 230, so be careful. Yeah, preferably to keep it linear. Yes, even. Let me do only that for the fib. So linear. And we take it from there. Okay. So your time should be the same, of course. Okay, so it might be a long range correction. So 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then moving toward the upside. Obviously, this chart loves expanding flat, so you might expect this. Okay. Yep. So I would say not ready to move for higher. It's not ready yet. Okay, and be careful, it might be deeper correction. Don't forget, of course, because logarithmic sometimes it works perfectly, yeah, as 133 that we saw. But of course, let's experiment level after level. It's also the same for the fib levels here that you see. So level after the level. But you're very, very close for the 0.23, which is 230. But the time is still very, very far. So I believe something else is going to unfold something like that. Same as you saw here before. Okay, you might see the same. And then moving toward the upside. Okay, let's see CNC at 1 hour 32. Okay, CNC. Cent 10. Okay. Oh, what a drop. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it is an impulse. 1, 2, ABC, wave 2. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finished wave 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2. Which one is the low? This one is the low. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, the whole thing is finished. Wow, okay. The whole thing is finished as an impulse here. I'm gonna explain. So you have already here 1, 2, and you have obviously several 1, 2s, 4, 5, 4, 5, okay? So your wave 3 somehow is here, this one, in this part for a wave 1. So basically you have wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Great. Okay. And then you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me check inside it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, and a 5 extended again. So you have another 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, and a 5 again. Here we go. This is the white, and this stays the gray. Then you got the main wave 4 replying potentially here for a wave 5, for a wave 2 there. Yeah, the time is very longer. The time for wave 2 is very long. So I'm not very, very convinced. This looks much more for this wave 2. Therefore, yes, I'm going to give it a chance here. So let's put the wave 3 here. Wave 4 might be this very massive drop. So what it might be there, wave 3. Yes, this has to stay. Of course, this is your wave 3. wave 4 and a 5. Yes, much more convincing. Yep, here we go. Now those 1-2s here, now this is of course a part of the correction, I believe, that you see the shoppiness here. Is W, X, and a Y. The wave Y is a triangle, definitely. W, X, and a Y, A, B, C, D, E, and then starting kind of several 1-2s. You can consider this 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, yeah, for those several 1-2s. But I'm gonna just simply of course take it one single impulse toward the upside. No need to go back so deeply, of course, in each wave in the micro levels there. We already have this. So here we go. This is what's going on. Now currently, if you are looking for wave 4 here in the yellow, that means of course wave 4. Let's take the logarithmic. As you can see, the fib levels on the linear are taken, which is not good. Not a good signal. So let's move to the logarithmic here, wave 4. Okay, we are still, you're still around the 0.38 timing, but why it is dropping so bad? It's a little bit scary. Yeah, it's impulsive towards the downside, so be careful. Yeah, and in this case, don't forget that we have A, B, and a C finish there. Okay, 3 waves. Now, based on the timing, yes, take it from this wave 2. You are now in the perfect time for a wave 4, which is 1-to-1. And now wave 4 normally range a little bit more, but because you have a sideways wave 2, wave 4 might be very deep. So understandable somehow at the same time, but this is very, very deep. So still more than it should be. Now, of course, this is a wave 3 there. It's a 1-2, 1-2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, at least to finish a wave C in case you are in ABC, which I doubt it, very extended wave C. Yeah, so be careful with it. Not finished yet, not finished. And in case that you are in a wave C here, this one, meaning you are in a big ABC toward the downside before you move toward the upside. So be careful with this one, okay? Invalidation, of course, is very far, which is, yeah, you cannot really rely on it. Okay, so very far. Be careful. How much is lifetime signals? I'm not sure if I understood the question, Stuna. How much is lifetime signals? Can you explain, please? Thank you. ARM, 1 hour 38. Okay, ARM. ARM holdings. All right, we did this before. Okay. Okay, it can be wave 1, yes. So if this is your wave 1, wave 2, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're looking here potentially for wave 3 continuation toward the upside. This is a very old analysis here that we have, old presentation. Okay, so wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, meaning you are looking here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And obviously this has worked so far perfectly. Let's move inside it on the daily. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's perfect. Wave 2, great. Looks expanding flat wave 2, or just regular flat, by the way. You have hit so far. So I'm looking here for wave 2 as an impulse. Yeah, probably you're still looking for lower a little bit. I was wondering why. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's move inside. Yes. You have 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Yeah, be careful. Logarithmic and linear again. Same thing here. Yes, you're very close for the linear one. Okay. And I believe it's going to take the linear one. Wave 2. Okay. At 134.5. And then you simply move toward the upside. Okay. Yeah. So basically, your targets are around this area first. 408.3, of course. Yeah. And then the 4 and a 5, which is gonna throw you inside this box. Great. That is regarding. He means your membership. How much is that? Okay, what is signals? I don't know what signals means there. Lifetime is just lifetime. It's forever, buddy. How much until I die? I don't know, man. That's a very funny question, buddy. Um, but signals, I didn't understood it. But yeah, maybe he doesn't mean the the membership. I'm not sure. I think he means something related to signals, related to the chart, maybe. All right. Okay, Mara. At of course, Nov first. Nov. All right. Okay, I think this one. No, I think you mean the ASTX, something like this, right? Okay, but this one is not really a good stock, guys. I think you need to find something much more interesting because both of them are not good stocks. So anything here in the stock called Nov is not showing good price. So I'm not sure which one you're asking for as well, but all of them are not showing good prices, even this one. Therefore, stay away from anything called Nov. All right, guys. I mean, sorry, guys. I prefer to always show for everyone something good. And if I analyze this, it might, I don't know, it might influence someone, and it might put you at risk. So let's keep the thing safe. Let's see Mara. And please make sure which one you would like to, of course, who asked for Nov. So of course I can do it, but make sure to tell me which one is. Mara Holdings, also not a really good shot. Again, risky. First, it is toward the downside. Yeah. I'm coming back, LB, for you. Let me finish this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, we see an impulse here, wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so you can say here you are whether in an A, B, and a C, or you found psychology here. You start, of course, an impulse towards higher prices. How much safe it is? Well, there is no data, right? There is no history. And unfortunately, it's not very safe in this case, right? So round yellow, here we go. So you might be also, as you mentioned, A, B, and a C, right? Moving downside, this is bearish. And in this case, you're looking at least to experiment, let's say, or to test the zigzag here, fib level, okay? It might be a short zigzag, wave C, or a normal zigzag wave C, 1-to-1 fib level. Okay, so somehow like that, and then moving down, expanding flat. Or it survives and it found psychology exactly in this point, and you start impulsive here as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, continuation for higher prices. PayPal looks like your Disney account. Okay, yes, it can be for PayPal. I think when did I do PayPal? I forgot. I think it has been a long time. 145. I'm gonna check very fast for PayPal. What do you mean, PayPal? Okay, let's put this in red. But this is very far from Disney. No, this is very far from Disney. Disney is so much better. on the history. So that's a totally different chart. But maybe you mean the micro, maybe. But yeah, PayPal is impulsive downward. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's going on in this company? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's scary. For PayPal, why it moves down and still not showing strength? I don't see an impulse here. I see three waves, meaning continuation for lower. Yeah, be careful. I start to get scared about my PayPal. Okay, so 1 hour. Okay, we are in UNH. UNH. All right, so we have. Yeah, we're still looking for the target, guys, for this one. I think we did it last time. Very, very, very freshly. Not finished yet, of course. We're still looking to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're still looking for the same targets, 1-to-1 fib level. And yeah, so I'm still looking for this. We are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for the next price action. So nothing has changed. Recently, this has been already analyzed and still, of course, perfectly working with the previous analysis. So let's see the crude oil, WTI for the crude oil. Okay, so we were looking here on A, B, and a C, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Internally, we're looking here for a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, not invalidated yet. Now, yeah, it's we don't see kind of like impulsive wave continuation, so I'm not expecting really yet to move for higher unless you are in a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 formation. Okay, so be careful. This looks like impulsive, and if this is gonna be taken, the invalidation, therefore, of course, you have to expect something going for lower here, meaning in the bigger view, well, it has to move towards the upside in both case scenarios. There is no other option. One second, guys. So A, B, and a C. How much longer this wave C is gonna be there for? Okay. Then we have to shift to even W, X, and Y also finished. Okay, interesting. All right, yes, I got it. I got it. Okay, what it might shift the next scenario is, of course, the diagonal. Big, big diagonal, guys. If you take the low, meaning it's gonna be kind of like a zigzag, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Finishing wave 1, wave 2 again, 3, 4, 5 to hit of course what's going on. Finishing, of course, a diagonal, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5, to hit, of course, this area, as expected. All right, so this is what it might happen in the crude oil. If you move towards the downside and you take the invalidation, meaning, yes, it's going to move for lower in a wave 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diagonal to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Great, that is clearer right now. That is regarding the crude oil. Watch the invalidation point given. Above the invalidation, you're still, of course, looking for higher. Once you take the invalidation, definitely you're looking for lower, but in a macro, you're looking for higher in any case scenario. GDX. What is GDX? GDX. Vanek Golf. Okay. No. I think that you need to skip this one, buddy. No, not really nice. Not really nice because of course, you start corrective here. Now, of course, there is a potential of 1, 2 here, right? This is your wave 2. But I have a lot of doubt with this wave as a wave 1 because I see, of course, 3 waves. Let me check on the weekly. Yes, it is a 3 waves. So I cannot consider it as really an impulse. Let me check daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, or leading diagonal 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Still okay. Yes, it still can be. Okay, still can be not a zigzag. It can be, of course, impulsive. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So therefore, again, whether psychology found here or you are in an A, B, and a C bearish. Okay. Meaning the wave B can be finished here as a potential, can be, of course, an A, B, and a C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moving down, because this might be, of course, kind of like ending diagonal or an impulse, finishing wave C after A, B, and a C moving down. Or you are in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 after finding a new psychology. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be, of course, a potential scenario, and then having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And currently in the lower time frame, you are in a 1, 2, and then you're looking for 3 white. And then, of course, here you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Okay. Let's put it in orange. All right. Let's move inside it. So inside this, after, if this is a wave 1 here, as a leading diagonal, of course, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You have a wave 2 here, okay? And you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, invalidation. Okay, be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a diagonal. Ending diagonal. All right, this is turning to corrective. Be careful. A, B, and a C. What does it mean? A, B, and a C. Okay, yes, it's turning. Be careful. It's turning a little bit corrective here, meaning you might be in an unfinished wave 2. And this might be, of course, turning this like that and then moving higher. But if you take the low or continue for lower, yeah, so be careful, man. Be careful. I don't see a good continuation. I see, of course, corrective wave. ABC expanding flat, AB and a C. Okay, so yep. It doesn't show good price. Wave 2 might finish up there. Yep. All right. That was for GDX. Fred, is your gold membership for lifetime? So one payment or monthly payments? Could you explain, please? Yes, lifetime is one payment, of course, guys. I mean, the membership per monthly is per month. Of course, for lifetime, it's just one time, and that's it. Yes. Yep. So Zim, it's Zim, right? ZEIM. So 1 hour 54. Here we go. ZIM. Integrated shipping services. Yes. All right. Okay, we did this before. Obviously, we are in a triangle. Obviously, it's not really good chart. Always, guys, don't. I mean, you will say, okay, what's wrong with KG? Every chart we choose is not good. What does he want? So basically, what I'm looking for always when you open a chart, you would like to see something directive toward the upside, like impulse toward the upside, giving already for you a direction for the market. Why? Because it's much more safer. And of course, you would like to spend your money or your investment in something much more safer that it has direction, knowing that yes, it might have correction, but we know that the direction is toward the upside, which is more safer, right? Therefore, here you are very sideways in a big triangle that is unfolding. Or if you found psychology here, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But are we sure that we found psychology? No. Therefore, it's still risky, right? Still playing the same as a potential target 1.618 or as a zigzag, of course, 1 to 1 fib level. Uh, Fred, you can just go directly to the membership on Patreon. You can find it in the description below. Even I myself forget the numbers. But you can find memberships in the description below, Patreon membership, and you can go and check it, buddy. All right, it's all there. Sorry, bro, I really forgot how much is the price. Um, I'm I'm clumsy a little bit. I have a lot of things in my head, and you know, yeah, Elliott wave numbers is already a thing. So here we go. With this one, we have ABC. ABC potentially can be, if you break it, okay, you move for higher. But you still have to be careful from a big wave ABC and then you move towards the downside. Okay. All right, guys. So that was for the special request. Of course, we're gonna do the others, and of course, guys, be welcome. Of course, to check the description. In the description, the Patreon membership, and of course, you are very welcome to our Discord. And this Discord is private, of course. It creates a little bit much more space for us to have more interaction. Currently, it's gonna be limited to 100, 150 maximum members. We are still around the 70, I think so. 70 members so far. So yeah, at 100, of course, as well. Maybe I'm gonna start to raise up a little bit the price. So don't be sad. But because at that time the pressure with the Discord becomes much higher as well. So it needs much more time, of course, because we do TA special requests for you guys if you have any questions and so on during the day. So it will be answered, of course. And this is the idea of our private Discord. And of course, we try to keep scammers outside as much as possible. You know, Discord is not very safe as well. But yeah, that's why I always make sure that there is no scammers between us. But still, even above that, someone still using my name, using my profile picture, and try, of course, to talk to you and try to scam you. So never talk to anyone in my name in the personal messages in Discord, and then you're safe. Okay. So yep. So basically, let's see the silver at 1 hour 58. Okay, and by the way, our Discord is, of course, a combination between several channels. You have the crypto channels and you have the stocks channels, and you have, of course, some education stuff for Elliott Wave as well, and even videos. You can have a special request in this page, and of course, if you're not interested in crypto, and you're just solely in stocks, you can simply mute the crypto because, of course, it might be annoying for you as well. So this is the thing. Yeah, link to Discord. Again, it's not a public body. It's of course private one. I just explained. So if you would like to have a membership, you're very welcome. We would glad to have you, of course, man. So you can find in the description again. Yeah, you can find the link through Patreon or YouTube membership. If you choose Patreon, I will text you directly inside Patreon and send you the link there, which is much more safer. Yeah, if you choose YouTube membership, you can send me directly email, and of course with your nickname, and of course I will check the membership, and of course send you the link by email. All right, guys. So let's move for the silver. For the silver, we have, yes, we have expected, of course, a correction there. We are in an ABC. We potentially finished this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, wave A finished. I'm expecting wave B still, of course, to unfold toward the upside as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, and C. Obviously, this is an impulse, and that means wave B is gonna be a zigzag. So expect wave B to be high a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, I'm expecting probably the 0.5, 0.618. So A, B, and a C, and then moving down. Okay, so you might see higher prices. Yeah, and this is in confluence with the gold, by the way, right? And because the gold, we are in a potential also corrective wave X, if you remember, and we might see higher prices. The same might be for the silver, and it might move towards the downside later on for wave C, while the gold move for a wave Y. Nice confluence for the metals. Great. That is regarding the silver. Let's see CRWD. Wow, 2 hours, exactly 2 hours, guys. Here we go. Whew, what a day. I already made almost 1 hour and a half live stream for crypto today. And here we go, 2 hours for the stocks. CRWD. Okay, we did this before as well. So let's see. Okay, very obvious we did it very, that was for Discord. Okay, A, B, and a C. That's true. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Since a very long time, by the way, this analysis. Yep, you might be in a finished ABC. Let's check the levels. Zigzag. Okay, you might still looking for higher. 1-to-1 fib level is much more likely to have. And I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal, by the way. Okay, for a wave 5 ending diagonal, because the wave 4 has interfered already. You might be in a yeah, wave C, wave 5, wave A, wave 1 there. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, can move down a little bit. Let's move inside it. So yes, obviously, yeah, there is no impulse here. 1, 2. Okay, this is your impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So A, B, and a C, guys. This is an A, B, and a C. 3. So yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Oh yes. Okay. Yes. Also, yeah. Before calling, okay. Now on the bigger picture, you see it as diagonal, but on the lower time frame, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is your main wave 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. White. And finally, 1, 2, 3, currently 4, oh, and a 5. But that means it's finished. Okay, so also it means it's finished, unless one more thing. It never ends with Elliott wave. Unless if this is a finished wave 5 here, okay, it might be, and you didn't reach the 1-to-1 fib level, by the way, right, which is a target. Here we go. It might be all of this wave 1 here, transforming all of it to a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for wave C. So yes, I'm still, of course, expecting a bigger diagonal maybe, or a big impulse, right? Meaning this might transform to a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why I have the wave 1 there, nobody knows. That was very old, guys. I think I was explaining something else, but here we go. This wave 1, major wave 1, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, this is wave 1. Yeah, that's why I had this wave 1 there. So, but we need another one actually. Here we go. I'm gonna put this in blue because always the corrective are in blue, and this is gonna be in orange. and this is gonna be in yellow. Here we go. Yep. Okay. So let me explain. Meaning 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for another one, not finished yet, and wave 2, probably not finished. Because here you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it can be ending diagonal, or it can be, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, simply continuation for higher. If you break above it, you are in a major wave 3. But all what I can say right now is that you finished a structure there. Okay? You finish a structure and you're looking for this target next for continuation toward the upside. Meaning after this, probably in any case, at least you're reaching the 1-to-1 fib level 833. Broken, meaning of course very impulsive. All right, guys, that was it for today for the stocks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and comments and your kind words, guys. And I wish you a nice eve for the Sunday. And of course, let's get ready for tomorrow and trade safe always. See you in the next one. Bye bye.